Yeah, this movie wasn't marketed properly. Ugh. Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Allied. Yes, Allied stars Brad Pitt, Marion Cotillard, Jared Harris, and Matthew Goode. And this movie is directed, written, and directed by Robert Zemeckis himself. Yes, the amazing director that's given us movies like the Back to the Future trilogy, and Forrest Gump, and last year's The Walk. And this is the movie Allied. Yes, Allied, as you saw from the trailers, is about a Canadian soldier who meets a German soldier, and basically they meet during World War II, and basically they're both, fighting Nazis and stuff, and basically they fall in love. Their mission is to be a couple, but they actually end up falling in love and having a family and stuff. But what a twist! Brad Pitt, who plays the soldier, finds out that his wife might actually be a Nazi, and if she is a Nazi, he has to take her out. So that begins this big mystery espionage thriller about who to trust and who not to trust and stuff. And honestly, like I said in the beginning of this video, they should have kept that secret. The trailers for this movie spoiled way too much of the movie. Like, the marketing for this movie was way off, because half of this movie is a romantic movie about the romance between Marion Cotillard's character and Brad Pitt's character, and the last half is when the twist happens. He doesn't know if she's a Nazi or not, and basically that is the big story right there. Him finding out if she's a Nazi or not, and if he has to kill her or not and stuff. See, yeah, if this movie was, marketed as a romance movie, I think this movie would have been a lot more effective, because people wouldn't have saw that twist coming, and then people would have been shocked by that whole last act of this movie. It would have been action-packed and thrilling and stuff. People would be going into this movie expecting a romance, but they'd get a romantic thriller with a good twist. But they spoil the twist in the trailer, so that leaves all the edge and all the thrills out of this movie and stuff. And yeah, you don't expect this movie to be a romantic movie, because since we saw the trailers, people think this movie's going to be an action thriller, but really, it's a dramatic romance movie in the first half, and then the last half is more of the action, the more of the thrills and stuff. So through that point of view, yes, this movie is disappointing, but the movie Allied, all in all, is still a good movie. It may have been marketed wrong, but I still thought the movie Allied was a good movie, and a movie I can recommend, because, again, this movie is directed by Robert Zemeckis, and Robert Zemeckis makes beautiful-looking movies, and just very entertaining movies, very exciting movies and stuff, and I love a lot of his movies, pretty much most of his movies, even his animated movies. I like The Polar Express, Beowulf not so much, but The Polar Express and stuff, and I love Back to the Future. Everyone knows I love Back to the Future, but yeah, this movie may not be one of his best movies, but it's still an enjoyable, entertaining movie with some very good performances. Brad Pitt is in this movie as a Canadian. Yes, Canada, go Canada. I'm so used to movies with the main characters being these American soldiers, America, fuck yeah, because only the Americans did all the work in World War II. No. See, I'm glad there's a Canadian lead character, and Brad Pitt was really good. Marion Cotillard was fantastic. They had good chemistry with each other, and I loved both of them in the movie. I even love the supporting cast. You got Matthew Goode, you got Jared Harris. They're all great. You even got Lizzy Caplan briefly in the movie, and she's even good. And again, like I said, this is a Zemeckis movie, so it's beautiful to look at. The cinematography is fantastic. It's very nice. There is some CGI in this movie that is incredibly noticeable and kind of bad. It's pretty bad. The romance in the first half is good, but it's definitely not as good as the second half of the movie. Yes, I'd say the first half is a bit boring at times, and you don't expect it because of the trailers. You thought this movie would be an exciting movie, but the movie does start off a little slow, and it's more about the drama and about the two lead characters. The last half is when all the action happens, but still, all in all, I still think the movie is enjoyable. It's definitely not a great movie. It's definitely not a movie I'd buy on Blu-ray, but it's a movie that I did enjoy. I liked Robert Zemeckis' direction. I did enjoy the story. I loved the lead performances, and the movie was a beautiful-looking movie, and it is an entertaining movie. Was I a bit disappointed? Yes, because of the marketing. I was a little disappointed, and yes, I still think they should have saved that twist. They shouldn't have said it in the trailers. They should have saved it. The movie probably would have been a lot more effective, but Still what I got, it was still an enjoyable, fun movie, and I did like it. Not an amazing movie, not a movie you have to go right out and see, but it's a movie that I would recommend. If you're a Robert Zemeckis fan, and if you're a fan of, like, war, romance movies, then definitely check this movie out. It's an enjoyable movie that I recommend. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Allied a 7 out of 10, so yeah, please check it out if you want to. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Allied. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite romantic war movie? A movie that is like a war-ish, romantic-ish movie. My favorite is Casablanca, even though that movie's heavy on romance, less on war, but it's sort of a romantic war movie. It's during the World War and stuff, and I can tell this movie Allied borrowed a lot of tropes from Casablanca, but yeah, a romantic war movie, Casablanca. But what is your favorite? Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.